This is way worse than we thought it was. Ezekiel Elliott will not be playing tomorrow, and it's for reasons that we did not think were possible, so we'll break that down and much more on this episode of Cowboys Digest. Welcome in, everybody, to Cowboys Digest. I'm your host, Peter Vryonis, and the news just keeps getting crazier surrounding the Dallas Cowboys. They are a glorified soap opera at this point of the season. They're sitting at 3-4, and they need a win in the most desperate way possible tomorrow if they want to have any chance of making the playoffs. But before we break it all down, I want to let you know that a large percentage of you watching these videos are not subscribed to the channel, so go ahead, hit that sub button. It'd mean the world to me. But guys, let's get straight into it. And guys, it's not pretty. It is not pretty. Ezekiel Elliott not traveling with the Cowboys for disciplinary reasons has been building for some time within the team, sources tell me. It was in everyone's best interest he not accompany the team this weekend, and that's pretty damn crazy to me, and it might be time to let Zeke go. This whole thing has been a mess from the moment he returned. Now, I don't know if we could pin this all on Ezekiel Elliott. He is not at fault for letting 12 starting players go or 12 rotational players go, and it's not all on him, that's for sure. The O-line has not been up to snuff, and he hasn't been able to break off any runs. He hasn't really been given the chance to do so because the speed and the game-breaking ability just clearly isn't there for him anymore, and it's fine. He's 30, and in running back years, that's like 80. You're no longer serviceable once you're on the wrong side of 28, we should say. So it's unfortunate for Zeke. The reunion hadn't really worked out the way that we had all planned. But this is just disturbing. I don't care about Ezekiel Elliott's yards per catch. I don't. I care about the success rate, and it's as bad as you would imagine. That's why he's not playing. Now, I don't know if there's something deeper to this. I don't know if it's simply performance reasons, but why would they just not even bring him on the trip if there are behavioral issues going on or something between him and the front office? We truly don't know, and I'm dumbfounded. I really am dumbfounded by this entire situation. I did not see it coming. We know that he's had some problems about his workload and that he thinks he can be doing a little bit more for this Cowboys team. Just hasn't gotten that runway to go ahead and do so. But maybe the team doesn't feel that way. Maybe the team sees him as a secondary guy, which, with all due respect to Zeke, he's had a great career. At this point of his career, he is a secondary guy, and Zeke won't be making the trip to Atlanta for disciplinary reasons and will be inactive on Sunday. Elliott is the team's current third leading rusher and ran one in last week against the 49ers. Rico Dowdle and Dalvin Cook will be the backs they go with tomorrow. The Cowboys are last in the NFL in rushing yards at 74.1 per game. So it's not been pretty in the backfield for the Cowboys, no doubt about that. And Zeke has had his chances. He has had some opportunities. I actually thought he was okay against the San Francisco 49ers. He started in that game, which was another interesting decision for me, considering that these behavioral issues have been brewing for a while now. It's weird to me that he got the nod to start against an arch rival, against the team that they needed to beat because they were shorthanded. So I don't understand it. It's been in the best interest of the team that he does not accompany them this week, which there's got to be something deeper going on there, and I'm sure Jerry Jones is going to be asked about it on his appearance on 105.3 The Fan, and he's going to give a very democratic answer. He's not really going to give away his hand and not going to divulge the situation to the general public, but come on, man. This is just getting worse and worse by the week. And I said it in the intro. This team is like a soap opera. They're getting worse. They're getting worse with time here. And it's truly dumbfounding. It is dumbfounding. So shout out to Clarence Hill there, who is reacting to the news that Zeke will not be traveling with the team. I guess they're already in Atlanta, and Zeke is not going to be playing. So we're going to see the Rico Dowdle and Dalvin Cook show, which I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see what those two guys can provide in the backfield, but I don't have my hopes held too high either. I mean, Dowdle's been fine in some stretches here, but they got to give him a bit more runway. They got to run the ball a lot more, and I think Rico has to get probably 75% of the carries going forward. He was the most dynamic one out of the three. Dalvin Cook, Zeke Elliott, and Rico. Rico is by far and away the most dynamic one, the one that could break off a run at any time. And he can catch it out of the backfield as well with some venom. So I expect him to be the guy that they lean on going forward. And Mike McCarthy, when he was asked about the running back by committee type thing, he was not the biggest fan of that either. He said there's a lack of consistency there. We need to find a guy who can handle the workload of being a number one, and I think Rico can be that guy. Is he as talented as a guy like Derrick Henry, who the Cowboys could have had in the offseason? Absolutely not. Is he as talented as 50% of the starting running backs in the National Football League? No. He isn't, which is why the Cowboys rank dead last in rushing, and which is why they just don't run the football altogether. They don't trust the guys that they have back there, even though Jerry Jones is coming out every week and saying that he likes his guys and that they're going to turn the corner. But Cowboy fans are not stupid. We may be delusional, but we are not stupid, and we're not falling for this, man. We aren't. So Jerry has been coming out and saying that, he's happy. He likes the progression of the guys, but the product on the field has been lousy. It has been so boring to watch as well. So it's, there's some work to be done here. There is some work to be done, and I think the first step is acknowledging that you just have to run the football. There's nothing else you could do. You have to run the football, and you have to commit to that. Mike McCarthy has said that they are going to commit to that. It's got to be a strength of this football team, and it hasn't even been an aspect of this football team. This is unacceptable. 74.1 yards per game on the ground. That would be great for one guy, but it's a by committee thing. That is three guys that are giving you that amount of output in an entire football game. It's just not good enough. The Cowboys' run game is not good enough. Their offensive line is not good enough. And outside of CeeDee Lamb, there are no true weapons on this offense for Dak Prescott to lean on, which is why he's throwing interceptions. I'm not making excuses for Dak Prescott. He's got to be a lot better. It all starts with him. He's the leader. He is the top dog in that locker room, and he has to be significantly better if the Cowboys want to win football games. But if you don't really give him much to work with, and you don't let him run the football like Jerry Jones came out and said, then what do you expect the guy to do? He's going to force throws into tight windows. He's going to have to stay buried in the pocket, and he's going to make mistakes. He's going to make mistakes. He has more touchdowns and less interceptions than Patrick Mahomes, but the Chiefs are 7-0. And they're the best team in football because they win games in different ways. They can run you to death. They can play defense. Their defense is elite, something that the Cowboys do not have at their disposal. So this is a team with a lot of holes on it. And one of the biggest holes, arguably the biggest hole in the team, is their ability to run the ball out of the backfield. It's just non-existent. And Rico Dowdle is going to be the guy on Sunday. I expect Dalvin Cook to get some looks as well. But Ezekiel Elliott will not be with the team. And I still don't know why. I'm going to try to find out some news and update you guys as we go with that. But no Zeke. It's going to be a Rico and Dalvin show in the backfield. And that's fine. I think that is probably the best that they can offer. And we'll see. We'll see in the next coming days what happened with Zeke and why he was not traveling with the team. And I'll keep you guys updated on everything that I hear Cowboys related. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. It'd mean the world to me. And that'll wrap it up for this episode of Cowboys Digest. Give me your score predictions in the comments. Are the Cowboys going to win tomorrow? And if so, what's the score going to be? Or are they going to lose? And by how much are they going to lose? Let me know in the comments down below. Give me your predictions for tomorrow's game against the Falcons. And I will see you all tomorrow with a post-game recap.